finally warmed up. It's cold this morning. I'll tell you, that wind was just out of the north and it would just cut right through you. But it's finally warmed up, and I want to talk a little bit in this video about midday gobblers. You know, I went back and looked through my videos, and I don't think I've ever done a video about hunting up in the midday. I've done it on, early morning, off the roost. I've done it in the evenings, but I've never done a video about midday gobblers. And I'm talking about that time from 10 to 2 o'clock. I'd say 10 to 2. Now, some states you can't hunt past 12 or 1 o'clock, and that's understandable that you can't be out there legally. But I think about everybody can be out there between the hours of 10, 11, and 12. And you know what, man, you don't want to miss them 3 hours, them golden hours, I call it, of turkey hunting. I've shot a lot of gobblers in my life. And I can tell you that a lot of them, if not the majority of them, has come between 9, 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock, even 2 o'clock. Right there in that mid-morning to that early evening phase, it just seems like that it just gets so much better as far as finding a gobbler that's by itself and that's without a hen. And many times, them's the turkeys that you'll call in and harvest. Whereas, early in the morning, they'll fly off. They usually get right with their hens. They kind of go quiet. Everybody experiences that, especially this year. Everybody's experiencing a lot of henned-up gobblers this year. So, a lot of times when you get into that mid-morning, it just really gets a lot better. So, I think most veteran turkey hunters know that. And I'm not telling you nothing that you don't already know. However, there's a lot of people that watch this channel that are just beginning into turkey hunting, or maybe this is the first, second, third year, and there's some people who just get anxious and they just don't have the patience that they should. And once them birds fly down and go quiet, at about 9 o'clock, that biscuit from Hardee's looks good, and the recliner looks good, and and that inner voice says, let's just come back in the morning, let's just try it again. But if you'll stay out there between the hours of 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock, them is some of the best turkey hunting hours of the entire day. In fact, there's been a lot of times where I haven't even went out at daylight, maybe because it was raining or the wind was so bad, or maybe it's just maybe I overslept. Hey, if you oversleep, because if you turkey hunt like I do, and you turkey hunt like 60, 70 days of spring, I'm going to tell you something, you get wore out. I mean, you about a month down the road, you really start getting tired, and sometimes you oversleep. It just happens. But I don't let that discourage me. In fact, there's been some mornings I've overslept through the alarm, or maybe I didn't set the alarm, forgot about it, and wake up and it'd be 8 o'clock and think, oh man, and a lot of guys will say, well, dang it, I missed turkey hunting today. No, get your shotgun, get your camouflage, and get out there, because you are just entering into the prime time of turkey hunting, in my opinion, especially in the late season. I'm telling you, in the late season, you'll hear about 2, 3, 4 weeks from now, when you flip that calendar over to May, man, there ain't nothing like a gobbler that will gobble between the hours of 10 and 1 o'clock. He is usually a very killable turkey. So don't get discouraged if they're henned up right now and they're not saying much once they fly down and you're not hearing nothing. Stay out there. And I know a lot of you write me and you tell me, hey man, I appreciate your video on patience, and I know I need to have better patience, and I need to make myself stay out longer. Well, I'm telling you guys that tell me that, that's good that you're learning, but stay out there. 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock. Just tell yourself 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock. That's the golden hours. 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock. That's the best hours. And to me, that is the best hours, because you may not kill a turkey when he comes out of the tree, with his hens. I know we like to hear them gobble, and the gobbling is a lot more, at daylight, and we like that. But I enjoy going out there in the mid-morning like it is right now and striking one up And man, that's what gets me fired up more than a roost gobble, because a roost gobble, you know, you may get him and you may not. But if you'll hit one at 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock, man, many times that's the turkey you need to set up on, and you better set up quick, because he's by himself usually, and a lot of times he'll come running in. I've actually seen him come, you know, from 150, 200 yards in the mid-morning to about 30 and kill them in a span of 10, 15 minutes. So mid-morning can be great. Now, as far as the tactics that I might use up in the mid-morning, you know, where I like to hunt around maybe close to a field edge or pasture early in the morning, right off the roost, if possible, you know, if the property's got it, and this property does. A lot of times I'll get in there close to that, because, you know, a lot of times the turkeys will fly down with their hens or get into an open place, they'll strut, you know, get with them, and so, yeah, that's kind of a good early morning spot. But once that mid-morning, you know, about 9 o'clock, if I ain't done no good, 9:30, I like to get up and I like to go back in the timber, because it seems like they're more workable and they're more in the timber in the mid-morning than they are anywhere. So I try to get on these points, and I try to move through there slow. Don't be just running through there making noise and just, you know, like a sprinter. You know, ease through there. And what I like to do is take a box call, you know, something that's pretty loud, and you know, get kind of on a point, and maybe just do a few yelps. Got to make sure. But, you know, just listen, and then kind of, you know, listen for a little bit, call for a little bit, and then I like to move on about another 75, 80 yards, real, you know, slow, go through there. You know, if you're hunting around logging roads is a great place up in the mid-morning. If you're hunting like an old strip job, you know, where they mined, boy, that's a good place too up in the mid-morning. A lot of times these turkeys get out in these roads and these little places in the open, and they'll strut and they'll gobble up in the mid-morning. So I like to get back in the timber up in the mid-morning, because it just seems like it's just a little bit better, and I've killed more up in the mid-morning than I have a field. I'm not saying I haven't killed them in a field mid-morning, because, you know, hey, I'll hunt anywhere a gobbler's gobbling. You know, I'm not just a timber hunter. You know, I'll hunt them in the field. I'll hunt them in the woods. You know, I'll hunt them in a strip of woods. It doesn't matter. Wherever he's gobbling, that's where I'm going to go. But it just seems like you're going to find more right on these high ridges and points, and sometimes he's down in the holler. So I try not to walk right on top of a ridge. Try to walk on the bench of it, so you're not skyline. So just little things like that can help you up in the mid-morning. But mid-mornings are great, and I can't believe I haven't done a video on it in all these years. But I think sometimes it's overlooked, especially by new turkey hunters. And sometimes us veterans, you know, hey, you know, when it's hard and they're henned up and they ain't doing much, they're not gobbling much, and boy, I mean, you know, sometimes we just think, man, I'll just come back in the morning. But stay out there after it, and stay out there to quitting time. Y'all heard me say it before. Stay out there to quitting time, because you never know when you're going to hit that gobbler. You could hunt all morning. You could hunt all morning long, not hear nothing, and walking out at 10, 30, 11, 12 o'clock, you hit a box call, you hit your mouth call, and man, he gobbles, and he's right there, and he's on top of you in 15, 20 minutes. So mid-mornings, phenomenal time to turkey hunt. So remember, 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock, stay out there if possible, if legal, stay out there, because that's some of the best turkey hunting all day long and all year long. You will probably kill more turkeys in them hours than you will early. It's a great time to be out there. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. Just hit that subscribe button down in the corner, and we'd really appreciate that. Also, check out my website, Dell Outdoors, where you can get your Dell Outdoor merchandise, my hats, shirts, hoodies, other things over there. So go over there and check that out as well. Check out Spring Fever Custom Calls, where you can get the Matt Dell Signature Series Old Sly Box Call and my Slate Call, my brand new Old Sly Slate Call that came out this year. It's really selling good, and people are killing turkeys with it already. So check them out at springfevercustomcalls.com. Also, check out SOSO Outdoors. And all the links below. Join me on my social media platforms of Facebook and Instagram. Also, join me on Pateron, where you can come over and support Dell Outdoors with a small financial tip. We'd really appreciate it, and we appreciate everybody that's come over there this year and helped us. It goes right back into Dell Outdoors, and we really do appreciate all your support over there as well. And just check out all the links below. And we're out here, you know, walking in the mid-morning. Actually, we just stopped to do this video right here because we're going to go on way on around the hills. I know nothing's going to be disturbed here, but maybe we'll strike one here in the next couple of hours. If we don't, we'll be back out after in the morning. But turkey season's getting right. Stay out there. Good luck to everybody that's out there hunting, and we'll see you in the next video.